Today I'm doing a series of videos about how to vote by mail in this November 3rd, 2020 election. Since for this election it's particularly important to be able to vote by mail due to the coronavirus pandemic, I will be covering everything so that you can safely and securely vote by mail this election season. Why am I covering this topic? Because it has to do with the mail, and because I want you to feel empowered by your USPS knowledge, and because voting is awesome. All states will allow at least some form of mail-in voting, though some will make it more accessible to voters than others. The USPS has said that they have the capacity to handle everyone's ballots. The most important thing is that you have a plan to vote. Not that you plan to vote, but the actual plan about how you are going to accomplish it. There's a lot of information and fact-checking in this episode, so everything I reference will be provided as a link in the show notes. And all of the topics will be broken into smaller videos. I've done all the hard work of doing the research and gathering it in one place for you to use as a resource, but you can always do this research for yourself. First, I'd like to address the myth of mail voter fraud, and yes, it is a myth. While mail voter fraud can happen, it is not a rampant problem, and the rate that it does happen is so little it's negligible. The rate is infinitesimal compared to the number of registered voters. Mail-in voting has been a system that has existed since 1813 and became widespread during the Civil War. The president has attacked mail-in voting, though he himself plans to vote absentee in the 2020 election and has even sent mailers to people encouraging them to vote by mail. Let's address some other myths. Are ballots being sold or dumped into rivers? No! Is there a difference between mail-in voting and absentee voting? No, and I will be using the terms interchangeably. Is mail-in voting secure? Yes. Some of the features that help keep mail-in ballots secure are identity verification, barcodes, ballot tracking, secure drop-off locations and drop boxes, the harsh fines imposed on those meddling with mail-in ballots, and post-election audits. One downside to mail-in voting: this year, in 8 states, workers cannot begin processing mail ballots until Election Day. 3 of these states are battleground states: Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. And yes, this could back up the system.